one. Okay. I got an additional box. This is for the Bluetooth communicator, as well as my cover. All right, so first off, Nelson Rig cover. I bought it in black this time. And last time I bought the same brand for my old motorcycle, but I bought a red cover. But I figured since my bike is white, I should just choose to buy a neutral color this time. Next up, I have my Bluetooth speaker thing. So since I will try to set it up, I'll bring my helmet over and my dinner. Poppers, you're everywhere. Always in the way. I got my helmet. I bought Senna, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but it's like a 4-way conference intercom. Like I previously mentioned, I purchased this for music purposes, not for communication, although if I did ever end up riding with someone, that could come in handy. Never say never, right? How the fuck you... Man! Oh, sometimes I just... Oh, there we go. Slide. Let me take a bite. Digest while I open. Damn, I get the feeling this is gonna take a long time to set up. I have finally finished installing it onto my helmet. That was not fun at all. But the battery pack is in the back over here. And then I have the controller over here. It'll definitely take some getting used to because with gloves on, it's probably going to be hard to be precise, but I put it on, I put some music on, and it sounds really cool. So much better than an earpiece. There's just 2 speakers behind the ear pads, and it will greatly enhance my riding. And pairing was annoying, but I got that sorted out, so everything is solid now. I have roughly an hour before I have to leave soonish before my workout. Personal training is at 8 o'clock today, a little later, just because of availability, but yeah, time to relax. I feel rather drained, so hopefully I'll have energy later. Hello, people. I just got back, literally just got in the door from my personal training, and yeah, I feel like that was a really good workout. It kind of sucked because I don't really like holding dumbbells because of the grooves on my hands, and maybe I'm not used to it yet, but they get really uncomfortable very quickly, and I did quite a bit of that today, so I am going to take a shower first thing. That way I don't have to shower tomorrow morning, which would allow for a longer walk with Frylight. Oh yeah, and there's one more thing I wanted to mention before I take my shower, and after I shower, I'm going to make myself maybe a large bowl of oatmeal because I need food after my workout to re-energize my body. But aside from that, so I don't know if I mentioned in my other videos, but I put in my 2-week notice last week on Thursday, and for 2 days, my manager didn't acknowledge my email. I sent an email because he was not in the office that day, and honestly, I really didn't like the place anymore, so telling him in person wasn't a high priority for me, but he finally acknowledged it today, and he actually asked me if I wanted to leave sooner. He wasn't pressuring me to, but they have maybe some budget concerns with the contracts that they have right now, so he was asking me if I would be okay leaving sooner. And even though I do lose more money, I told him that I originally wanted this Thursday to be my last day, so he was like, okay, sure, whatever. So basically, I am done with this company after this Thursday. I am so thrilled about it, because every additional day I'm there, it's just stressful. I'm unhappy. Even if something doesn't particularly happen, some of the meetings or the interactions are just so unpleasant for me, and I am so happy to be rid of them after this Thursday. It does result in less money for me temporarily, which is a little sucky, but I value happiness over money, and I will manage without that week. So basically, I am going to be off Friday, the whole next week, and then I start work on February 19th. I'm losing 6 days of pay, which is a sizable amount, but I was thinking that I can take some of those days off to spend the day out doing stuff that I normally wouldn't on just a weekend, I guess. So my parents leave Tuesday night, I think, so I have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday and the weekend to kind of mess around. There was a Palm Springs tramway that I was thinking of checking out. It is pretty much some tram thing that you take at the base of a mountain. You go up quite a way, and then you get to the top, you get off, and then there's so much nature and stuff that you can hike around in. That's something I want to try because I want to explore more beautiful places, and I don't think I would normally be able to do this place. I mean, I can do this on a weekend, but since I only get 2 days off, I usually like to take Riley with me places, but this place is 2.5 hours one way, so it would be an all-day thing for me. I would try to shoot for 8 hours total. That way Riley isn't crated too long and she doesn't have to worry about holding her pee for that much longer. So I could do that. I also wanted to maybe go back to the safari park during a weekday where there's less kids, there's less people, maybe close to when it opens or right in the afternoon, so there isn't that many people. I could do SeaWorld. I am not sure I have too much pull for SeaWorld. I do love sea animals and stuff, and it does seem pretty interesting. Aside from those 3 things, maybe I shouldn't try to cram my week too much because I do get tired very quickly. So if I'm out all day one day, I think the next day I will want to just hang out. And I also have Movie Pass, so I need to go to the movies sometime. I'll probably figure some time out to go this weekend, perhaps, with my parents. Maybe we can watch something. There's nothing good, though. We can go see 50 Shades Freed, freaking Jumanji. The Post is decent, looks decent. So there's some options, but my parents aren't exactly the most thrilling people to watch movies with. My mom talks a lot. She asks a lot of questions. I hate that. And my dad cackles. He laughs so loud, and it's like, that wasn't that funny. But he's like chuckling really loudly to himself, so stuff you have to tolerate because they're your parents. But I've talked long enough. Time to clean myself up. Finish watching A Walk to Remember. I started watching it earlier because I only had an hour to kill and I didn't want to watch a new movie and break it right in the middle. So I'll finish A Walk to Remember and then maybe I'll start something new to end the night. But I have a very carefree mentality this week. Like, no care about work, trying to be as minimal as possible there. Wow. Here I am talking to you guys and he is just lying in the corner, listening, eavesdropping. I actually do find it really funny how cats kind of just lay there on the side in a dark corner, just hanging out. Can you imagine what that would look like if one of us humans did something like that? But for a cat, that's just normal. Yes, installed my Bluetooth speakers into my helmet, and it will be glorious. I will ride it to work tomorrow. I think this week I will ride it into work, and then I usually come home to walk Riley, so I ride it in, I ride it home for lunch, and then I just drive back in my car because I don't want to be riding during rush hour. I feel like just because there's lane splitting doesn't mean that I should ride, because there's just a lot of risk in lane splitting, and there's also a shit ton of people on the road during rush hour, so I don't think that it's wise for me to voluntarily ride during rush hour because of the risk, and also it's not fun, you know? You either sit in traffic or you lane split, and both of those don't sound very pleasant to me. So riding for me will be for fun, mostly, because I think that if you force riding into those other aspects like rush hour, then it's dangerous, and I really want to be safe because I'm scared. I am so scared sometimes, but I'm sorry. So it's Tuesday afternoon. I am heading out after lunch. It was a lovely walk. It's a beautiful day. I've been in generally good spirits today, listening to a lot of nice emotional music from France, the soundtrack at work. I don't know why I do that sometimes, but it makes me feel warm inside, and it also makes me tear up a little, but I love the music. It's so beautiful, and I do think my parents will be bringing my violin when they come this week, so I'm actually really excited to play again because I want to see if I could remember anything and see if I could pick up on it very quickly. So I would love to try to play some of the segments of those songs. But now I am going to pick up a Panera Bread salad because I wasn't prepared today with having lunch. I do have enough to cook tonight, but I might have to buy groceries soon. I'm trying something new where I'm going to try to buy groceries in kind of twice a week, but more like maybe every 4 days, and probably try to spend around $35 because $35 is the limit for free shipping. And me and Shane decided to share an account, so we paid for Instacart Express, which is $15 a month, so we're splitting that $7.50 each. So $35 is the limit for free delivery, and I don't have to buy garbage stuff to qualify for free delivery. My goal the past few days was to kind of cook everything that I buy because I tend to throw a lot out. So by buying every 4 days or something, it would maybe encourage me to cook and use everything before I buy more. So that's what I'm looking to do with whatever I have remaining in my fridge. Last month I spent roughly $200 eating out, and I count stuff like bubble tea as eating out because I'm buying it, so it counts. That's pretty decent. I think I'm happy with that. As long as I don't spend more than $200, that's my goal. So $200 and less is what I strive for every month. The less the better. There's only so much you can do, right? You can't cook every single day, at least I can't, without going insane. Okay, time to head back. Hi, good evening. It's Tuesday night, and I just finished watching Our Souls at Night with Jane Fonda and Robert Redford. For some reason, I had some temptation to go eat some pho. So I think I'm going to go do that depending on how my appetite feels. It feels okay right now, but I freaking took a shower, got dressed, I look all fancy. So perhaps it would be a good time to go out and do something. I was considering the movies, but nothing is really drawing me. So I'm not sure about that, but we'll see what I end up doing. Who knows? Late night fuzz on myself. That's a lot of food. Whew. All right, so quick little update. I finished eating my pho relatively quickly, and guys, sometimes I still am so disappointed in myself that I don't leave no tip, and people may disagree with that, but I just really don't like this culture of tipping. I hate it so much. And the thing is, for something like pho, I literally walked in, got a table, and I gave them my order right away because I just wanted a freaking large combo pho. It's like not complicated. I don't need to look at the menu. And then I ate it, and then I just left my credit card on the table for them to take so I could pay and just bounce right away. And I don't think him handing me a bowl of pho, which is what his job is meant to do, deserves a tip. Anyways, I just picked up bubble tea. The line was freaking out the door, but since I was out, I was like, whatever, I will do it. I also forgot to bring my book. That was the whole point of kind of coming out. I wanted to read my book, read while eating something. That sounded pretty nice, but I forgot my book. read while online. That would have been nice, especially because this book is slowing me down. I have hardly been reading it, and I am so close to switching to Agatha Christie, but I want to just force myself to read it. I could go see a movie right now if I wanted to with MoviePass, but it's late and I do want to watch another movie at home. Home is just nice and cozy. Theater's cold and you have to sit upright and all of that. I do also really enjoy like adding stuff to my list. It makes me feel like I accomplished something. So it's weird. This whole week I have been feeling like I'm really eager for work to end. Instead of thinking about my parents arriving, I haven't been thinking about it very much, and I am very excited for it. It's just that, I don't know, I guess work is a sense of a lot of frustration for me right now, so the fact that it's going to be over after 2 more days, I'm really stoked for that. Well, anyways, I guess I will head back now. This did feel like kind of a pointless trip out. I was out for maybe like an hour 15, but maybe it's not a bad thing that I came out. Maybe I shouldn't be thinking stuff like that either, that it was pointless, because I wanted to come out. I felt like going out, and I did. So I shouldn't feel remorseful or anything. Recording this after watching Double Lover by Francois Ozon. And I feel like stressed, tired, irritated. I didn't really like this movie. It was an erotic thriller drama, and it was fucking weird. I don't know what I saw. And this is so different from France. Although I do think France is actually different from his usual style. So this is more like his usual stuff. And France is just like a unique one that he made beautifully. But this was a terrible movie to end my night. It's like 2 a.m. I'm about to go to sleep, and I feel like my mind got so fucked that it'll be tough to go to sleep. Like I think if I watch something that kind of annoys me or bugs me or stresses me out, then the darkness tends to scare me a little bit. I don't think I'll have trouble actually falling asleep, but I might have some not so pleasant thoughts. But all right, I gotta go to sleep. That was a very not pleasant. That was not pleasant. Goodness, it was pretty hot outside today. Way hotter than the other days where I said it's hot. Like, I'm pretty worn out from the heat, so I have on her a cooling vest. I've actually had this vest for a while. I just get lazy to use it, especially at my old apartment, because you're supposed to pour water on it. And in an apartment, I don't really have a convenient way unless I just bring a water bottle out and pour it on it. So I have a hose now, and that makes it easier. So she's not, I don't think she's very familiar with wearing it. I don't put it on her very often. I probably should put it on her maybe daily, just so it keeps her cooler. It helps a little bit, But today is not a good day for a long walk, especially because there aren't always sidewalks and the street can be hot for her because it's black. She's a worn out pups, right? Let's see if she can speak. Speak. Good. Speak. Good. Out of breath. Can't even make a sound. It's Wednesday night and oh, hi, puppers. Someone's coming in close. Hi, pups. What are you gonna do? Dogs are so weird. She takes forever to make a decision. Anyways, for some reason, I'm feeling really tired tonight. Well, I think I might know why. I went to sleep at like past 2 yesterday, but I woke up at 9. That's like 7 hours of sleep. I've been coming home early because YOLO, fuck it, whatever. Tomorrow is my last day, and I do think my parents are arriving tomorrow night. I'm not sure if it's that or Friday. I tried my best. I tried to read Beartown. I downloaded the ebook version of it at work today, and I was reading for a good amount of the day. I read for maybe half the day, so I managed to get to half the book. But holy shit, that book is so bad. I'm not even joking. Like, I think it is one of the worst books I've read. The book tries to force emotions on you with the way it writes words and like the paragraphs. Some paragraphs literally have no point except to word things in a way that tries to invoke emotion, but for someone like me that hates when words try to manipulate your thoughts, I just get really pissed off when I read those passages. So I tried my best, but I'm not gonna read this garbage book anymore. It's that bad to me. I personally think it's terrible. There's a lot of positive reviews for this book, but I am going to return my hardcover. I still can to Amazon, so I'm gonna do just that because I don't want to keep this book. I do have the Agatha Christie book that I'm actually excited to start now because this book has been cock-blocking me for forever. But I'm trying to see what other new books to buy because after this I don't have anything else. I was thinking about Stephen King because I used to love his books, and he is an amazing writer. Like the writer for Beartown, I know this is Swedish translated into English, but I would imagine that translation doesn't make the writing suck. So I don't like that guy's writing style at all. Stephen King is a wordsmith. He's a master, so I might dive into his work. He has so many, I might be able to just like read his books for a while. But of course, I don't mind diversity, but I just feel like with Stephen King, the quality of the writing is never gonna suck. It's just gonna be dependent on whether you like that specific work he had done. Right now, there is some more North American qualifiers for some Dota tournaments going on, and one of the teams, Optic Gaming, I kind of just feel like leaving the game on in the background because I like the captain, PPD. I feel like people may have heard him before, Peter Dager. But he won TI with EG for TI5, and he was kind of on the business end of esports for a year and then decided to come back into competitive gaming. So he's on a team with Zai, who is Swedish, and I really like that player. They are kind of like starting anew with a new team because they're no longer on EG anymore. So they aren't exactly a top team yet, but they have potential. And I kind of just want to see if they manage to get through qualifiers. So that's what I'm going to do for now for tonight. Definitely have plans for a movie later. I'm not sure which one yet. I might watch My Friend Dahmer, which is about Jeffrey Dahmer. I have like so many other movies I could choose from aside from that one, but that one just came out recently, so maybe I'll check it out.